Check out this tweet from Congressman Mark Takano. He tweeted this: the data is in and the time is now to modernize work culture for the better. I'm reintroducing the 32-hour work week act to allow workers to begin reclaiming their time and their lives with no loss of pay. My God, that sounds so sweet and so wonderful. But of course, as we know, capitalism is king, so I don't know how far I was gonna go. But anyway, Representative Mark Takano, who represents California's 39th district, has introduced his 32-hour work week act to Congress, which if passed, would officially reduce the standard definition of the work week from 40 hours to 32 hours by amending the Fair Labor Standards Act. This per CNBC. His proposal would mandate overtime pay for any work done after 32 hours, which would encourage businesses to either pay workers more for longer hours or shorten their week and hire more people. The bill applies to non-exempt workers who typically work hourly jobs across leisure and hospitality, transportation, construction, manufacturing, wholesale, and retail trade. The serious conversations about the reduced work week are happening for white collar professions. What my bill will do is spur conversation about how we can democratize this norm to other sectors of the workforce so everyone benefits. And I love that idea because as we know, those white collar jobs tend to benefit the most when it comes to flexibility, as we saw during the pandemic when not everybody could work from home, but those who are already in certain professions had not only the economic ability, but also had various technological abilities already in store. And that just made it easily accessible when everyone should be able to access the opportunities. But of course, not everybody's on board as far as this goes. Critics oppose the legislation for its one-size-fits-all approach, writes Emily Dickens, Chief of Staff and Head of Government Affairs at SHRM SHRM. Dickens writes that a similar bill could exacerbate staffing shortages, raise labor costs, and make life more difficult for HR professionals and businesses struggling to recover from the worst days of the pandemic. I'm okay with whatever difficulties will be put in there because there are so many benefits to implementing a 4-day work week, which have been evidenced through many studies that showed real benefits to businesses and individuals. For example, nearly 3,000 UK workers at 61 companies recently completed a 6-month pilot of the shortened week run by nonprofit 4-day week global. Businesses reported improved productivity, revenue, morale, and team culture, whereas individuals saw benefits from their finances, health, and relationships. More than 900 workers across 33 businesses in the US and Ireland ran through the same program last year, and none of them are going back to a 5-day model. Indeed, the research is there. But similar to the fact that desegregating your workplace in terms of race, gender, ethnicity, religion, all of those biases that keep people at bay, desegregating also provides an opportunity to have more profits. You're going to show greater productivity, lower turnover. People are more invested in their work and they do better. That research has been on the table for years. Yet so many organizations stay segregated. So just because we do have research out there that the 4-day work week is beneficial, and I do not doubt that it would be so much more beneficial to people's lives, I still don't think that our government and our leadership would allow that to come to pass because we are not a progressive nation. I hate to be negative, but no, capitalism is king and keeping us enslaved is the win as far as I'm concerned. Alonzo, what are your thoughts?
Wow, is this congressman an optimist or what? A 32-hour work week? You broke it down that where they talked about who would the 32-hour work week benefit? The hourly workers. Who gets it now? The white collar workers. They're not going to do anything to benefit the hourly workers, and a Republican Congress is not going to help labor. It has been shown that people, it's almost like you get more done in less time because you're not so tired. It's like when you have work 10, 12, 14 hours a day. Those last few hours, you're not really getting anything done because you're exhausted. Mm-hmm. So this could work, not a chance. Not a chance of this happening. 32-hour work week. Now, I will tell you, years ago, I had a job where it was 4 on, 4 off. You worked 10 hours a day for 4 days, then you got 4 days off. And every 4 days it was like, I'm going on vacation. It's kind of nice. And you still did your 40 hours, but no, not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Not a chance. And I'm not even being negative. I live in the United States of America. I'm just,
Yeah, no, we know how it works. The fact is that keeping us laboring, whether it's productive or not, is for some reason just our jam. We really like to oppress people and keep people in the dark and dumb.
It's like this fake thing of, oh, there's a shortage of workers and people don't want to work. No, it's not that people don't want to work. People want to get paid. That's all.
Right.
Pay them fairly. People will be glad to come to work. And they're upset because during the pandemic, people learned, hey, my time and my life has a value. I shouldn't be at work all this time for no money at all. And people refuse to come back. And now they're all upset. It's like, no, if you pay them, there is no shortage of workers.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.